A man bleeds to death while taking medication prescribed by his primary care doctor. Would you like to learn what this is about? Come join me as I share with you this remarkable story. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. The patient was told that he had a gastric ulcer, and as a result, his primary care doctor was giving him medication to take. And he was taking it over the course of 2 or 3 months, until one day the patient woke up in agonizing pain. He was excruciating pain. He started vomiting. He was vomiting coffee grinds, what looked like coffee grinds. His wife immediately calls the ambulance. He dies before he gets to the hospital. An autopsy confirms that the patient died of what's known as a ruptured gastric ulcer. One of the key issues in the case was whether this particular physician told the patient about the risks associated with taking this particular medication. And if he had told him, would the patient then have opted, you know what, I don't want this medication, I want a different medication. So here we have finger pointing going on between the pharmaceutical company and the doctor who's prescribing this medication. The pharmaceutical company says, hey, we only provide information to the doctors. The doctors turn around and say, hey, we only get the information from the pharmaceutical company. So how can we give the patient information if you, the pharmaceutical company, don't tell us everything that we need to? In the insert that goes into the medication package that is given to the physicians, it indicates what the risks are and what the benefits are to the patient by taking this particular medication. It is the doctor's job then to go ahead and explain those risks to the patient. Now, many times these doctors do not tell the patients all of the risks associated with taking these medications. And their argument is, listen, if we did that, we'd be here for hours and hours every day just explaining risks to our patients about medication, about different procedures, and we'd never get anything done. So we try and tell them the most important risks. Well, the problem is telling them the most important risks don't help when the patient suffers one of the lesser known risks. Because if the patient had known about the lesser known risks, then there's a very good chance that they would have said, listen, I want to take a medication that doesn't have those type of risks. I may be at risk for developing a ruptured gastric ulcer and bleed to death, which is exactly what happened to this gentleman. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what occurred when we were able to show successfully that the doctor failed to give this patient the required information so that he could make an intelligent and educated decision about whether or not to take this particular medication. You know, in all likelihood, you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.